Welcome, everyone. I'm Damon Bruce, and this is the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Tuesday night basketball. It'll be the Phoenix Suns facing off against Zach Randolph and the Memphis Grizzlies. And that'll do it from the studio. Let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports broadcast crew at the arena. I'll see you back here at halftime.
Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. And presented to you by State Farm, we'll take a quick look here at our opening lineups. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Rudy Gay.
Well, he's got the prototypical body of an NBA small forward. He's long, he's lean, he's athletic, he can run the floor. And on top of all that, he's incredibly skilled. Kind of a poor man's Kevin Durant when you think about it.
Yeah, I like that comparison. This guy does an awful lot well offensively, attacks the rim with force, is able to bounce over guys, and has gotten stronger as he's progressed in his career. And the jump shot, virtually unblockable.
Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Memphis. This game against Phoenix here, it's the first look at the Suns. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2.
Well, and somewhat surprisingly, they actually lost the season series last year, and playoff status apparently meant nothing when it came to how they matched up.
On defense, the Suns, they are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And Kevin, what I like most about that win was their offensive creativity. They had a really varied approach to the game, and it worked well.
And they sure did shoot the ball well too, Steve, and that never hurts.
So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Beasley, and it's rejected. They recover it. Stolik kicks to Dragic. Buries the long-range jumper.
Big mistake not having more defensive pressure on him out there.
And Clark, they should not have dropped that series. I mean, that was just sloppy.
I agree with you, Kevin. I think some teams just get underestimated. Plenty of teams can give you trouble if you assume you're going to come in and use them as a doormat. You got to be ready to play every time you lace them up.
It's great to see the emergence of Mike Conley for Memphis. He's become a top-flight point guard in the NBA. He was the 4th pick in the draft back in 2007, and he's really living up to those high expectations now.
Always someone you love having at the line.
Arenas passes to Gortat. It's Beasley on the wing. He passes to Dragic. On the money from 12 feet away. Dragic has got 5 now. Yeah, Mike Conley just, Clark, steadily improving year after year.
Yeah, whether it's getting to the rim or becoming a better three-point shooter, excellent defensively, he just gets better and better.
Now here's Gasol. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Hits it. Well done in the second effort. Randolph's got his first basket of the night.
And hard work on the boards, guys, leading to that putback.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, it hasn't been an easy fall from grace for the Suns. They were once the cream of the crop in the West. In fact, for about a 5 or 6 year stretch, they were near the top or at the top of that conference. But they've transitioned the last couple of years into a team that's kind of right on the bubble of making the playoffs year after year, and that's a tough position to be in.
Dragic with it, over by Conley. Kicks it out to Beasley. Wide open look, and he hits the jump shot.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And you hear the term bubble teams, and it really isn't where you want to be. They aren't getting high draft picks, but keep getting beat out for a playoff spot.
Yeah, that's kind of the no man's land zone, if you will. Suns have been trapped in that area for the last few years now. You have to think they'll start considering how they need to rebuild here soon.
Now here's Arenas. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Arenas dishes to Beasley. He's covered by Gay. Beasley kicks it over to Arenas. Over Allen. The Grizzlies pull it in. Randolph's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, there's no doubt they played well enough to win that game. It truly could have gone either way, Clark.
Well, the lesson in this one is you can't just play well for 3.5 quarters and expect to win. I mean, they didn't close it out the way they should have. That's on them.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. That's good.
You got to love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, with Zach Randolph going down last year and missing a significant amount of time, you knew that the Grizzlies would have to have some other players step up, and they sure got it from Mike Conley and Marc Gasol. Those two guys really upped their games, and I thought they were the key to Memphis having an excellent season.
The dive for the ball. Morris passes to Fry. He drains the quick shot. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Yes, Kevin, he's certainly mindful of the shot-blocking presence they'll run up against inside, but he doesn't want them shying away offensively. If anything, he said, we've got to be aggressive, but also patient. If we can be deceptive in the way we attack, and there are ways to do that, we can be successful inside. Guys, let's see how successful they can be.
Thank you, Doris, and quite a focus for the game here early on, and an important one too, guys.
Yeah, and they know how tough a task it's going to be to take on this defense. They've got to focus on that.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at that face.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Sprite.
They got that rebound, but this is not how they wanted to start the game in terms of hitting the glass.
Yeah, it's about time they actually got a rebound. It's time to get physical here in this game.
Ellington kicks to Camby. Backs down. Gets the bucket.
Marcus Camby.
Here's Brown. Knocks down the 3-ball. Brown's got his first 3 points of the game. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. The Suns on top, up by 5.
This Friday.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
The great trio in the front court, Rudy Gay, Zach Randolph, and Marc Gasol. Mike Conley and Tony Allen in the backcourt. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Here's Gasol. Gets it to go. Gasol's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Grizzlies.
You know, you look at Marc Gasol, a second-round pick in 2007. He was part of that Laker trade for his brother Powell. Everybody looked at him as a throw-in, and suddenly he's developed into an all-star center. What a great story.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Conley dishes to Allen. Back to Conley. And that one's good. Going back to Gasol, you wonder how he lasted to the 48th pick. Skilled 7-footers. He's actually 7'1". Clark don't come down the road that often.
Well, you know what? He was overseas, so sometimes that can hide you a little bit and make some people a little gun-shy about drafting you. There was concern about his conditioning. He battled weight trouble early on, so it's not about where you get drafted. It's about how you produce when you get the opportunity, and he's shown he's a big-time player.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, he's as adept at taking a charge as anybody in the league, Kevin. Always seems to be in the right place, squaring his body and his shoulders, getting position, getting his feet outside that restricted area, and drawing the charge.
And guys, he plays a tough brand of basketball. His biggest tool and asset is his strength, and he uses it every time down the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Marcus Camby. He's checked in for Gasol. Arthur comes in for Zach Randolph. And Roten subbed in for Tony Allen.
The Suns have never really been a formidable team on the road in recent years, and last season was pretty much par for the course. They finished 14-19 away from home, and that was part of why they missed the postseason.
Here's Conley, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. Tony Roten fourth.
Well, his assist numbers these past few weeks have shown how well he's fitting into the framework of this team now.
Precisely, and the reason he's been doing what he's doing is because he always keeps his head up. It's on the swivel. Always looking to make the smart pass and get the ball to an open teammate. I love that.
The shot's good from Bayless. You look back on the recent seasons of the Sun, they just can't seem to get any momentum away from Phoenix. I mean, even when they last won the division, Steve, they weren't too great traveling away from Arizona.
Well, it's kind of a rebuilding or retooling. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Hark it up. Well, this fella can rise up there with the best of them.
Just a crazy finish, guys.
He's one of the few players with the athleticism to pull that off.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. Here's Ellington. Oh, that's blocked. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Marshall can't hit.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
You know, you look at Lionel Hollins, I'm so impressed with the job he's done. I actually played for him way back in 1988. He was an assistant coach with the Phoenix Suns. That was his rookie season. And he was just a really good guy to play for. Worked hard, has a nice way about him. Kind of a player's coach. Really has a good relationship, a good feel for his players.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Gasol comes in for Marcus Camby, and Selby's subbed in for Wayne Ellington. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Suns. Here's Marshall. The rebound by Gasol. And this Grizzlies team, up and coming in the West, certainly. You've got to give Coach Howlands, Steve, a lot of credit for their success.
Well, what he's done is he's given this team an identity and a style, and that's so important in this league. What Memphis is they're an inside-out team. They're tough, they're blue-collar, and they're going to defend every game, and that really comes from their coach.
The Suns shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, it hasn't come together for them at the charity stripe at all this year. They're at just 70% as a team.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Zach Randolph's checked in for Arthur. Gay comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And Tony Allen subbed in for Selby.
A nice step forward statistically for combo guard Jared Bayless last season. He dramatically improved his three-point shooting percentage, cut down his turnovers, and increased his scoring by over a point a game. That's a nice step forward for him.
And the whistle blow. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That's his first foul. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Jared Bayless. And the Suns making a change here as well. Goran Dragic is checked in for Shannon Brown. Conley. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got his second basket.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
And while Bayless played better last season, injuries did, Steve, curtail some of that success.
Yeah, he played less than half the season. And, you know, as a slasher, injuries can be more frequent. Bayless really likes to attack the rim. Loves going right. A very strong, athletic player. So, you know, we'll see if he can bank on the better shooting percentages while leaving some of those injury problems in the rearview mirror. The question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Gets the pass to Johnson. Beasley kicks it over to Arenas. Money from the wing. And the Suns lead by 3. And here is Conley. 6 points for him. Rebound by the Suns. Beasley's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Johnson. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
That's the end of the first
And a
half.
tight game here as we end the first half.
28.
Suns lead by 3.
31.
And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us at halftime. We've got a terrific game going on at FedEx Forum. It's a close game for the Suns. They're going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. 2 evenly matched teams going head-to-head. Could be a playoff preview. Their great passing has been fun to watch, keeping the ball moving and picking apart that D. And for Memphis, they've really been battling. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. A productive first half for Zach Randolph. He's picked up 4 points and has also rebounded well, 6 boards. Looking at the games that are coming up in the NBA. The Rockets out in...
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
How about the game for Brown? 9 points and also a block shot. Don't underestimate how important he's been.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, he's really tapped into his potential today, guys.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Beasley and Scola, they're the forwards. Gilbert Arenas is out there with Dragic, and it's Gortat in at the center.
Shooting for Memphis.
You know, they have that statistical sports conference every year at MIT. And last year, one thing that came out was the great value of the versatile small forwards who can shoot from the outside. There's a trend where those players are really leading to team success. And Rudy Gay is a perfect example of that.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Fellas, the Phoenix Suns aren't one of the top-tier defensive teams in the league, but last season they did have their best defensive efficiency of the last 4 seasons. One of the possible keys, they simplified things. Jared Dudley said, we're running just one pick-and-roll coverage and covering the post one certain way. Before, when you had 3 or 4 ways of covering, you'd get mixed up. Kevin?
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks. Arenas' shot is good.
You know, Kevin, that's just him doing his thing. I mean, that's who he is, launching himself at the basket. I mean, he thrust himself at the basket. He's an angry driver and attacker of the rim.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Allen. 8 points for Conley.
And, Steve, you mentioned that study from the conference that said the best combo was the versatile 3-man with a rebounding, scoring center. The Grizzlies with a pretty good one in Marc Gasol. You have to like their foundation. I mean, it's pretty solid.
Arenas dishes to Beasley. Dragic kicks to Beasley. Over Gay. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Dragic. And the Suns lead by 5.
Well, I like the way it looks to start the second half here. I mean, 3 straight makes to kick it off. Nice.
Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. Look at Dragic. 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
Well, it's not just that he's getting the baskets, Kevin, but he's been doing a great job of getting open for his shot. So it's a combination of making shots, but before that, getting himself open to take the shot.
And then Gay with the dunk.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
The Memphis Grizzlies had one of the better home records in the league last year. I mean, they were right there near the top of the league in terms of home wins. Very tough to beat. 26-7 was the record, Kevin. That's an example there, guys, of contesting the shot and corralling the board. That's really all you can ask of a guy at that end of the floor.
Scola, he's covered by Randolph. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Now the pass to Dragic. Beasley, the dish to Dragic. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Randolph. Gay kicks to Allen. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And some instant offense coming for them after that steal.
Yeah, that's terrific, beautiful transition basketball. No chance at all for the defense to get back and set up.
Look back to Memphis at home. Those 26 wins at home, tied for the second most in the Western Conference, and it really let you know that they were one of the elite teams in the conference. Steve, an up-and-coming team, certainly.
Well, this is a very difficult arena to play in, and an underrated venue, I think, the FedEx Forum. It's a great place. The fans are rabid, and they love this young team that is so impressive and has such a bright future ahead.
And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That's his first foul. Some changes for Memphis. Marcus Camby, he's checked in for Gasol. Arthur comes in for Zach Randolph. And Roten subbed in for Tony Allen. Phoenix also making some changes. Dudley comes in for Gortat. And it's Brown in for Gilbert Arenas. Second chance shot. Shot's good by Gabe. Gabe's got his second bucket of the night.
What a great example of how to set a good pick. He really allowed his man a wide open look. Darrell Arthur trying to make his way back from that Achilles tendon injury last season. And, before that injury, he really solidified his place as an important part of the Grizzlies' rotation. They are really happy to have him back.
Here's Conley. Another miss by Conley.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
And that one's good. Dudley's got his first points in this one. The Grizzlies trail by 3.
And going back to Arthur, guys, I mean, he missed the entire season with that Achilles tendon tear, and those actually can be career-ending, but certainly changing injuries. We'll see how he comes back from it.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Camden. Randolph comes in for Darrell Arthur. And Tony Allen subbed in for Roten. And the Suns here with a different look. Gortat's checked in for Scola. Fry comes in for Michael Beasley. Gilbert Arenas is checked in for Shannon Brown. And it's Telfair in for Goran Dragic. Arenas, he's covered by Gay. Good on the shot. Now it's a 5-point Suns lead.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Gay right side. Out to Conley. Tries again. That's good. Conley's got 10 points.
Just a horrible job of boxing out.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, come on. You got to box your guy out.
Telfair, the pass to Fry. Outside Arenas. Takes a 3, and the shot is good. Arenas has got 5 points in the quarter. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well.
The Suns.
On tap this Saturday, the Philadelphia 76ers.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up, and we're going to send it over to Doris Burke for the Sprite Uncontainable Game segment. Doris?
Well, Kev, the Suns come away with the uncontainable game. They had a plan to get an edge in this one, and they executed it perfectly. Hard to see them giving this one away in the final period.
Thank you, Doris. Tony Allen and Rudy Gay, the two wings. Zach Randolph is out there with Arthur. And it's Roten in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Gortat against Randolph. 5 on the clock. Beasley dishes to Brown. Gortat over Randolph. Some solid defense from Randolph. Now here's Roten. He's tightly guarded. Gortat with the steal. Takes the lead pass. And Shannon Brown with the slam.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
Gay kicks to Roten. Hammers it home.
How about that elevation? Man, some major hops and vertical there.
That's your point guard right there, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable, aren't they? Some of the best athletes in the world playing that position.
Amazing. These guys able to create and dominate.
Here's Dragic, and the Suns tack on 2 more. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Roden kicks to Randall. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, you knew the Grizzlies were anticipating going deep into the playoffs after they had a nice run to the second round in 2011. They don't seem ready to settle for first-round exits, and they've got the personnel and coaching to be right in the thick of things going forward.
Clark, how about the previous year when they were a number 8 seed, knocked out the number 1 seed San Antonio in 2010? Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
And for the Grizzlies, they had a doozy of a matchup with the Clippers. Steve, you did a couple of those games in the first round. Exciting to watch.
Oh, man, was it ever. I mean, that series went 7 games. Remember, there was the incredible Clipper comeback in the, I think it was game 1 in Memphis. And then for the Clippers to go back to Memphis and win the deciding game on the road, that was really surprising.
Gasol passes to Conley. Goes for the alley-oop. Allen.
Well, that was a max-range alley-oop pass there, guys. It's got to be. I don't know if anybody's throwing one any longer.
Well, that's just crazy.
Man, how high did he have to go to make that catch? What an unbelievable play. Wow.
Suns leading by 9. And here's Dragic to the inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 9 points for Gilbert Arenas.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Gasol with it. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Timeout called, the Suns. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Dragic. That's in, coming off an assist from Arenas. Dragic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, when you talk about the ability to put the ball in the basket inside, I mean, this guy, he's more than qualified.
Yeah, shot blockers lurking, help defenders reaching in. It takes physicality and that ability to power through contact to be able to score, and that's what he does.
And you look at Rudy Gay, I've really been impressed with his development as a player, expanding his game, improving as a passer and a defender, and he's always been able to score.
And when you look at Rudy Gay's development as a player, Clark, he's really grown, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he absolutely has, Kevin, and I think having a chance to watch his team get to the second round of the playoffs while he was hurt served as good fuel for him during the offseason, and he's really come back a much better all-around player.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Gay sets the pick for Conley. Feeds it to Gay. Into Zach Randall. Gets the bucket.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here's Conley. He's guarded by Dragic. Here's Gay.
Wow, what at that athletic play. Incredible.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. He really is, guys. I mean, that's phenomenal leaping ability there.
Up and away right there, baby.
That's what sets him apart, guys. His talent for making plays like that, just incredible.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. And it's Arenas penetrating with the lead pass. Beasley, he's covered by Gay. The tray. Phoenix, no good that time either. Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. He's guarded by Dragic. Little turnaround. Gay can't get it to go.
Shot seems to be a little awry today, just off a fraction. They've got to have him pick it up, though, and soon.
On its way from Beasley for two. The shot will not go. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
I don't know, Clark. This looks over now.
Yeah, I agree with you. This is all but over.
Randolph can't hit. The Suns have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. He dishes it to Dragic. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. From 7, here's Scola. Beasley dishes to Gortat. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Conley. Gets it to go. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
Here's Telfair. Missed. So the Suns win it. They pulled off this spring, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr endorsed, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Goran Dragic.